It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up next, it's a cross-conference showdown. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Giants under the lights on Monday night.
We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
The longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it, and sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 32 that time.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40. Burrow looking to pass. That's caught, Andre Yoshivas. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 33 yards that time.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. An inside give. Brown powers through. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, Is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
3rd and goal. Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. That was a big throw right there on 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to be prepared for you to throw the ball on 3rd and goal. Because really, 2nd down, 2nd and goal, that's your play action time, and you're not sure whether they're going to run it or throw it. 3rd down, you're usually sure they're probably going to pass it. Even more impressive that they got it done. And on the opening drive of the game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Now it's Wilson. Robinson's got it. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. In motion, Slayton. They'll run here with a rookie. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, a give to Brown. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
They go play action with Burrow. A short throw there pulled in by All. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Again, it's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals first down as he's inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. Now it's Burrow. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jamar Chase, 38 yards. And the Bengals are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You've just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
McPherson now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. It's complete to Robinson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down. as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Wilson. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Here's Jones. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's had an early impact on the game. Sensational so far. And they'll likely be looking to find more ways to get him involved. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals 1st down as he'll get this up to the 43. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Rolling to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. First connection there of the afternoon for those 2, and it's good for a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
10 yards there on a Bengal 1st.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Right back to Brown. And past the 30 down to about the 27. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Burrow. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going to run for it. It's Moss. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll hand it to Tracy. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing is Wilson. He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. The Bengals getting set to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That play was all Bobby Okereke as he got there and dragged him down for the loss.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. From the 48-yard line, here's a second down and 4. Now it's Burrow. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Burrow looking to pass. That is caught, and he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Open man is Yoshivas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. To the air again, Burrow. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Burrow spotting T. Higgins for the touchdown there. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Wilson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Play action. Now Wilson. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. And McPherson on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Wilson.
Now this thrown deep for Slayton. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 4.
Here's Wilson.
That's complete. It's Neighbors.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now it's Wilson.
There's a short one caught by Johnson. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd down and 8. In motion, Slayton.
Up the middle they go. Tracy. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now it's Burrow. This one complete to Yoshivas. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Now a short one to Gesicki.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays down.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
All right, let's give them a little bit of applause here. Good for them because this has been a defensive nightmare for them thus far. At least they're finally getting a couple of big plays. Won't make the scoreboard of the ride home easier, but one good moment to watch in film next week.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
They go play action now. Wilson.
That's caught left side by Neighbors.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage, when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now Burrow. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Open man is Higgins.
And Higgins is going to have a Bengals first down as he's up to the 24.
It's a pickup of 6. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz,
and the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Burrow will throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field.
And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. In motion left, Robinson. From midfield now, here's Wilson.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
Now Wilson. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Giants on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Where they were on the field, kind of no man's land. Do you like the call?
I love the call. Almost had to go for it there, right, because of what you just described. Too far for the field goal, too short for the punt. You might punt in the end zone and just give them good field position anyway. Let's go for it. Plus, they were moving the ball. They had confidence that they could pick up this last bit of real estate.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. To throw is Wilson. Here's Johnson with a reception. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 24 yards.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown.
Malik Neighbors from 6 yards away. And the Giants are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Gano the extra point. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Another run for Brown on second down. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Oh, nice move. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That one caught by all, the tight end. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 4.
This is Brown going up the middle. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Now Wilson. That's complete to Slayton. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Throwing is Wilson.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Wilson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
That's caught downfield by Neighbors.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now it's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
One last shot for Wilson. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. So they tried to tack on two more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from East Rutherford.